Welcome to Opposites Distract. I'm Jared.
I'm Bo.
We have a fun show for you today. First of all, make sure you hit subscribe. We're on anywhere you get your podcasts and all social media platforms. I want to thank our producers, Wade, Jen, and Deja. They're so awesome. And then also make sure that we got to thank our man Kevin, who gives us the studio space, and he's just been really cool. He's flexible with it, and it's really helped our podcast move forward. But anyway, make sure you subscribe.
It helps a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about millions.
It's competitive.
So we're going to talk about movie villains, our movie or TV villains, the best villains in entertainment.
They make the movie.
And we're going to have our top 3 TV shows of all time, and it's all categories, which makes it very difficult.
And can I just start off by saying, if you haven't noticed, Jared's delicious Liverpool jersey he's wearing, personally fitted to be spandex for Jared.
And fitted for Bo when he was in high school. High school, right?
Yeah. I've been a fan long before they were the best team in the world. I was a fan.
You can still wear this and it looks good?
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was a joke at first. I was trying to put it on. Like, stop here at first.
It didn't fit me as a kid. It was too big. But then as I got beefier, it was like, oh, now it fits right.
What is your waist?
32.
Not relatable. Okay.
What's yours?
42.
42,
it's like 40.
But 44 feels so good. You wear 48.
So that's funny. So,
that's my dad's joke. Holla, Dad, you're the man. You made that joke for a long time.
That's a good dad joke.
It's a great dad joke.
Even 48. I think that 40-30, when you go in and you put it's just you're buying a square, basically.
40-30?
Because,
You're 40-30.
I think most guys are 30, the average. 30 or 32. What's your length? 34. Yeah. So 32, 34.
I got that length.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, so let's talk about the film. Or we start off with our favorite villains in films, which in my book makes the movie.
Right.
Like, if you don't have a good contrast of an evil force, you don't really care. That's why Darth Vader's so important, because he provides that edge for the story has to happen. You have to win because he has such a good villain. So villains, in my mind, make the movies. And I don't know that I ever would probably play a villain just because of the way I look. But if people knew me, they would absolutely cast me as Homelander in The Boys, because that's actually who I am.
Yeah, you should be Homelander's grown son.
Yes.
Or brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
What would his name be?
Homelander.
A Waylander?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Highlander.
Highlander. Wait, what's his name?
Tony Starr. Anthony Starr.
No, it's Homelander.
Yeah, Homelander.
And then you'd be Highlander. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, you say the same thing twice?
Sean Connery medieval mystic movie and they're remaking it, actually.
They did a TV show that was really bad for years after that as well.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
No.
Oh, the previews come on like late at night. I'm like, not watching that. No one would know, but I don't be that nerdy watching this sword thing.
Nerds.
No, it wasn't like Game of Thrones.
What do you mean? Because you're insulting a lot of people right now by saying to be nerdy. Well, including me.
Red flag is if you have a sword.
Yep, check. How many?
A motorcycle.
No.
Have you ever?
No.
And then a snake.
No.
Sword, snake, and like motorcycles.
Nope.
Or DUI bike. Then you're like, something's off.
Swords, meth lab, and cocaine. Joking.
I like having meth lab and cocaine.
Yeah, you got to have double upper.
We got to diversify.
Don't sleep for 14 days.
Right, you can't throw all your eggs in one basket. You're like, oh, my meth crop is bad.
Exactly. The meth crop. The bugs got into the crop. We got to go to cocaine.
You got the cocaine.
Speaking of cocaine.
Yes.
Drake posted this picture of a safe in his house with $5 million just chilling. And we were talking before going on the air, like, first off, that's risky to show someone you have $5 million cash. Because
there's celebrities' houses get broken into all the time.
Absolutely. Like big time. And so for him, I think his house is in Toronto. But for him,
it's 50,000 square feet. This is the size of a Costco. No lie.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather always said, don't tell people how much you make and how much you have. Because inevitably, there's never anything good that comes from that. They're either going to be jealous of what you have, or it's not going to be as much as they thought you would have.
Or they're going to ask you for money.
Or they're going to ask you money and they're going to rob you. Because if you have like a drugged out uncle and it's like, hey, I'm down on my luck again. God, it's the fourth time.
Yeah, you can stay with us and then you can sleep right by the safe.
Well, you'll never have to worry about that in my house because they'll be like, no, goodbye.
They're not letting you in.
Sorry, I'm not letting you in my house.
So what you were saying.
Yeah, the villains make the movies. And the best movies have the best villains. That's just like American canon writing. The best villains make the best stories. So for me, some of the best movies ever, inevitably they're going to have the best villains. So my list is definitely going to start off with Number 3, Calvin Candie, Django.
No offense given.
We talked about it on the last podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin Candie as Django was so terrifyingly accurate, I would imagine, and just creepy. And of course, you see the lure about him slamming his hand on the table and busting his hand with real blood. And they kept shooting, and he goes over to Kerry Washington, washes the blood all over her face. It's real. And this is like in one single take. And so magic like that, but it's because you got someone like a Leo who just will keep going with his hand gaped open from hitting the table so hard, or a fork, whatever you hit. So definitely Calvin Candie, number 3.
All right.
You, number 3.
Number 3, I would have Lex Luthor from the original Superman.
That's a big letdown.
Gene Hackman was a great.
Didn't see that.
You didn't see,
I'm saying I didn't see that coming from you, Jay.
No.
I thought that you'd
be more modern.
No, I thought you'd be more accurate.
No, Gene Hackman was one of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah.
And Superman is the one saving the world. And you have one guy, through sheer tyranny of will and money, because he has no powers, no superpowers, he almost takes down the most powerful force in the universe.
Yeah.
And the way Gene Hackman did it, I really like the first Superman. Of course, it doesn't hold up with CGI. There's no CGI. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's
flying on a
that's
table.
what it is for me. It's
But I'm trying to remember
disconnect.
when I watched it. You know, it was like younger.
It makes an impact.
It does.
Based on when you, like, for example, I watched Waterworld. On paper, terrible movie, but I watched it at like 8, and so it was the coolest movie under the sun. And it's
Right.
really how when you watch something, I think it has a big, indicator of how important and how good it is to you. Because for me, that definitely wouldn't be on the top list. But I love Gene Hackman, and I love about him is one thing. There's a lure about him and a story of how he got his origin. And he was in one of the most highly acclaimed acting classes in the world. I think it was Sandy Meisner. And he's in class. And he and Sandy Meisner got into it in first class. And they went at it for so long, so hard. Everyone in class couldn't believe what was happening. And the teacher said, "You'll never be anything. You're never going to do anything, nothing." And he never took another acting class again. And then went and actually started doing it. That to me speaks volumes.
And he's one of the greatest actors of all time.
Absolutely, because he tapped into just his original, confidence in himself. Whereas I think a lot of people, particularly people ask me all the time, "I want to be an actor. What do I need to do?" Some people say go to acting class. I think it's more important to have experiences and learn on the job and try to find something or shoot your own thing or create your own thing than to go to acting class. Because more often than not, what happens when you go to acting class, you're just performing for the teacher. What's subjective, right?
Right.
So whatever you tell me, it's like going to a painting class, but the painter only likes using these colors and this pattern.
So you think that's the ways to do it?
I think exactly. Now they can teach you that, but then even so, they will move the goalpost a lot too. My experience, it's like they want you coming back. They don't want you getting it solved, and so they can complicate the process of just being originally yourself. And Denzel talks about this all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
It's just being originally yourself and not being so bogged down. But acting class, they want to pack it full of all these emotional concepts in your mind and moment before, and then throwing it away, and then bringing them, dredging up these memories. I think it was Christian? No, it was Chris Pratt.
Yes,
Chris Pratt talking about how that you have to dredge up these painful memories in order to be able to emote in the moment. Well, those sometimes become unraveled, and you have to pack that back in an organized box after set. After, okay, everybody done for the day. It's hard to kind of walk that back. And so I don't know where I was going with that, but I think that's really a true statement.
Well, yeah.
What I just said is true. 100%.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know what I said. But Gene Hackman, I loved him as Lex Luthor. It's because the ultimate good guy, and this is before Marvel was anything.
Yeah.
Superman was a massive movie hit, Christopher Reeves, and then the one guy that's trying to take him down, you can't. And he did a good job of making you hate him.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Okay. All right.
Number 2.
You want me to go?
No. I mean, look, I've had a hell of a time because I know what everyone's going to say, and I'm trying
You know what I'm going to say?
No, I know what most people say.
Sure.
And so because the internet just blows up with this stuff. But for me personally, I think one of the greatest bad guys ever was Christoph Waltz, Hans Landa, Inglourious Basterds. Terrifyingly great. And he was in an interview and they said, "How did you play a bad guy so good?" He was like, "That's the thing. He's not bad. the character wouldn't think he's bad, or he wouldn't be able to have these justifiable actions. So you have to, it's your job as an actor to justify your character's actions, no matter how ridiculous they may seem.
Right.
And so he's not a bad guy. And because of that, he really fully embraced that whole, it's just a, it's
He's
just
doing
a
his
fact.
job.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just, a soldier doing whatever. And that's how a lot of them talked. If you ever listen to like the Nuremberg trials, a lot of them were, I was just following orders. I was just doing my thing.
Right.
So that was kind of his line. He's like, I'm just doing my job. Did nothing personal. And that's terrifying. That is
He's
like,
such a good actor.
yeah.
He steals almost every scene.
He
he's
really
in.
does. He's very talented. Got a late start too. He was on soaps in Germany, and then all of a sudden Tarantino calls him for Hans Landa, and he wins an Oscar.
He seems
and
like a
then another
serious
one.
person.
Yeah.
When I've heard him interviewed, pretty artsy, but he's he's not, but he's super talented.
Yeah, I don't know how
I don't
like
wanna
a
hang
dinner.
out.
I was gonna say I go and see a movie with him. I
could be wrong. It's just I've seen him interviewed, and it seems tougher for him.
Yeah, I would love to hang out with him, but I'm just saying, yeah, as far as the banter back and forth, I think he'd probably be asking esoteric questions. You're like, I don't know what the meaning of.
I like when you were in that one movie. You said that cool thing. He's like, all right,
Remember that?
Yeah, remember that?
Nothing.
That's a great.
What was it like working with you? I was like,
That's awesome. It's a great SNL skit. Chris Farley.
yeah.
Remember that time? And he's like, yeah, I was in the
That's
movie.
great.
All right, so my number 2 villain
Yeah.
of all time, and it's based because I love the story, but also if you think about it, who's worse than this guy? As far as a fictional show or
Pee Wee
movie,
Herman.
definitely. He was not a villain. How dare you? He's innocent on all charges, but not really.
I got a weird film of him when I was 4. I was like, this guy doesn't feel right.
I know. I think it's all a meme. It's like you're worried about Blippi, and then they show Pee Wee Herman next to you.
Yeah.
Like it's like parents worried about Blippi, and then they show. But yeah, is Voldemort. He's so evil
Yeah, that's a good one.
that people won't even say his name. He who must not be spoken of. I've been a while since I've read the books. Actually, read all those books. Believe it or not.
Nerd.
Yeah, and saw all the movies.
I watched the movies.
And you think about it. He's trying to kill a kid that he tried to kill at birth to maintain power. And he goes to school. He don't care who's there. Mm-hmm. He'll kill teachers. He'll kill every student there. I mean, it's a horrible thing. And his life is dedicated to killing this person that's innocent. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is a villain, and he will destroy anything and anyone in his path, which I think is a sign of a true villain. Because when you're watching it, if you think they have some humanity, I think it ruins it a little bit. You can make them interesting and more rounded. I don't like that. I like it when you're like, I don't know this person will do anything to keep power or to destroy this opponent. So Lord, well, I don't even want to say his name. Voldemort.
The Voldemort. I mean, I think he's great. Ralph Fiennes.
Love him.
One of the best actors. I mean, he played in Schindler's List,
Yeah.
I'm on good, which again, debatably one of the best 5 bad guys of all time in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Schindler's List?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Liam Neeson as well.
Yeah, amazing movie. But that'd be an honorable mention would be maybe my guy from Schindler's List.
That's
an honorable mention.
You're just adding things in.
Honorable mention.
Okay, fine.
Ralph Fiennes.
All right. Well, how about this? I got my number 1, or do you want it?
No. What's your honorable mention? Do you have an honorable mention?
Rose from Titanic.
I love you, Jack. Get off my door.
I saw a meme. She goes on a cruise.
Yeah.
Bangs a homeless dude.
Yep. With a caring fiance who's given her the world and a massive diamond, and he just wants to spend time with her, not to be a floozy.
Right.
Instead,
with
she's
a homeless dude
gallivanting and getting in the back of cars and steaming them up with Leo.
Right. And then when she's on her little board raft thing, there's plenty of room for Leo, for Jack.
100%.
And he's like, she just lets him go into the ocean.
I'll never let go, Jack.
And he does.
I let go.
Then at the end of the movie, she throws that diamond that her fiance got her into the ocean.
Well, and that's it. It's heartbreaking,
POS.
really, not because Jack died, but because in her, I guess the last scene of her deathbed or whatever, she's like reminiscing about this one homeless dude she banged one time on a cruise, not the family and her grandchildren and her husband who probably loved her dearly for 70 years. It's like, no, this one dude really, really did it right. Really had a good romance.
Right.
This guy for
Can you
17
imagine
hours or whatever.
If you're like, your friend, you're like, oh, why are you not with so-and-so anymore? Like, oh, she banged a homeless dude on a cruise.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Again, the fact that she was then throw the stone away. You didn't give it to your family.
No.
To help them out.
Right.
In their time of need. They're probably struggling. Probably have a kid with special needs.
Right.
They need the money. And instead, she's tossing in the ocean.
And they have a grandma that they know is a whore.
Yeah.
at one time was a prostitute and a
whore.
cheater.
Like in Beer Fest. Your grandmother is a whore. Have you seen that?
No,
Beer
I
Fest?
haven't.
Oh my God. Broken Lizard, the guy from Super Troopers.
Okay.
They did something called Beer Fest. Und Beer Fest, it is funnier than Super Troopers.
And that's
for
a funny
sure.
movie,
I think
yeah.
it's the funniest movie they've done, in my opinion. Beer Fest. Check it out. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's hilarious.
All right, I got my number one villain. Would you like to go, or I can go? Because I know Rose from Titanic was pretty dope.
I think you're...
Okay, you want to try to predict
We
mine?
might say the same thing.
I don't think we will. You want to say the same time?
Same time. One, two, three. The Joker.
Yvonne Drago. Oh.
Heath Ledger. Yvonne Drago. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Rocky
I didn't
IV.
See that. I didn't see that coming.
Good.
Again, mine, I knew people would probably...
But you're just, I mean, you're all, you have great villains.
You described a villain earlier about how it's totally nefarious to the end and it would go to any length to accomplish. That was him. Like, I've never seen anyone encapsulate a character more than him. And this is like, not even really debatable. I mean, people saying it's like literally the best performance ever captured on camera was Heath Ledger in The Joker.
A little fight now. I like that.
What about Joaquin Phoenix and Joker?
B tier compared to Heath Ledger.
Oh, it's not B tier.
Yeah. Compared to Heath Ledger, yes, it is.
You can maybe say one's better. There's still
Jared Leto is F.
Okay, sure, we can agree on that. He's F level.
That was bad.
No, I would say Heath Ledger. They were so different. And
Yeah.
You know.
Heath Ledger, I believed more. The Joker was just kind of a crazy person. What Heath Ledger had an ethos. He had something that happened to him long before that caused this damaged person to seek total anarchy. The Joker wasn't really seeking
He wasn't there
anarchy
yet.
as much. He was just like kind of defending himself, and he killed some people when he was bullied. It's a little weaker.
I guess it's the origin story of the Joker.
Yeah.
But then it's really not.
Yeah, not my
you
Joker.
see the
not my Joker. Yeah, just like Batman. Christian Bale's my Batman.
Oh, Michael Keaton's mine.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, Val Kilmer was great.
He's good looking good. I mean, he just happened to be in not great Batman movies.
Yeah, but Christian Bale, Chris Nolan.
No, it's almost like you're watching, and it was that way in the early '90s cartoon version of Batman. It was the comic, like let's make it comic book and they did. They nailed it. I love that one. And then it was like the dark, like what it would really be like.
Yeah.
Which honorable mention if you want to have a villain, freaking Bane.
Yeah, he's okay.
You don't like
the voice threw me, man.
Of course.
And because
Oh,
I
Tom
saw this
Hardy.
thing today, and they talk about how they found that voice, and there was this gypsy boxer who talked like this, and he did these mannerisms. And so Tom brought that to Chris Nolan, the director, and said, "Here's what I'm thinking." And it's supposed to do like a boring or typical Darth Vader-y. What if we did this? And so they worked to play with it. And he even said, he's like, and now everyone ridicules it because it is so caricature that I don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
like very like animated. But again, it works. He's great. He's phenomenal. One of the best
Okay.
ever in my
Do we
book.
take him out of honorable? You've been removed, Tom Hardy, from honorable mention. You're a great actor and everything else.
I'll make Tom Hardy mad. He's a real fighter. He does
And
jujitsu.
Mobland. So
Oh, he's so good. So believable in that
Yes.
role.
He
Just like
seems
you would not want
effortless.
to trifle with him. Yes. And the calmness was terrifying.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not the high
You're like,
energy.
why is he not
angry.
freaking out? You're like,
That's even more scary. It's because he's done this 100 times before.
Yep,
This is
that-
another Tuesday for him. It's like, oh boy,
if he takes me out, it's not a big deal. He's not just gonna be shaking.
Another honorable mention.
Okay.
Let's turn to top 5. Javier Bardem.
I was gonna say
No
that.
Country for Old Men.
Well, his eyes lit up. I said, I bet it's Old Country for Old Men,
Yes.
or No Country for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men. Dude, yes. That was, they said that's the most accurate portrayal of a sociopath, psychopath in film history. They said
Yeah.
his character was the most nailed down version of it.
No, I mean that's a tough one to beat. That's a real tough one to beat.
Yeah.
So my number one, Yvonne Drago, right?
Yeah, good one.
So, because I guess there would be different versions of villains, like the one that are murderous. He's not a murderous villain, but they did such a good job of making you hate him and everyone in Russia, which is probably not the goal of Sylvester Stallone, because he's like he's trying to bring everyone together at the end.
Yeah.
But they really built up the villain. Of course, he's taller. He's on steroids. He has all the latest technology. Basically, he's been, and then you got Rocky, who's from the streets, and he's hard to understand. He's kind of a bum.
See, all I wanted to do out of fight was prove I was no bum, that I had the stuff to make a good pro, you know?
He was a bum for a while. He used to in the first Rocky, people forget, like he was like a thief. He was like a criminal. He was almost like a mob, like assistant, like maybe not in the mob, but like a bag man. I mean, he was not a good dude. But they make you hate him so much, where you hate Russia, you hate anything that's not American, and you want And then when he killed Apollo Creed, so he is a murderer. He went overboard and killed a beloved character Chubbs. Who knew? Happy Gilmore. Chubbs. He killed Chubbs.
Yeah.
What did Chubbs ever do?
Not that he was ripped in that movie too.
He was.
He was jacked in that movie.
Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah, but Drago was the real deal. Because
good job, villain.
In real life, Dolph Lundgren is like a scientist.
Yeah.
He's a genius, like studied at MIT and has a doctorate. And of course, then he looks like a Greek god. So yeah, I'm sure he gets a lot of hate. People probably think he's gay.
Yeah. From an earlier episode.
If you know, you know.
You let it go, clearly. But yeah, so that's I mean, obviously you can find more murderous villains, but I thought at that time it was the mid 80s, Cold War, and it was like, it's a perfect idea for a movie to use boxing as a vehicle for a bigger statement about the Cold War, but it wasn't. So it was very much in your face.
It was pretty heavy-handed.
It was us versus them. But
honorable mention. Another honorable mention.
Sure.
Jaws.
That dude's
He's a great bad guy.
He won't leave him alone.
In the first one, really, that was the most. To this day, people have traumatizing events at the ocean because of Jaws.
I still do.
And Two Tones. No. And that just shifted the world. Like, people now are terrified to go to the beach. Like, cities were having to shut down in the summertime because no one was going right after the movie came out. So it caused like economic damage in some parts of the world.
Right.
That's phenomenal. And he ate so many people.
He ate too many people. He ate a lot of people. And that's the ones they caught on film.
He was 28 feet long, I think is what they said. The Jaws machine, right? So it's all his videos said that they went back and forth on 24, 28, or 32. And they said, this one's too big, this one's too small. 28's right about perfect. And that's when they got, and it was phenomenal. I watched that when I was probably 6.
Same. I don't know.
Dude.
Parents were different then.
Yeah. Well, plus two, we just flip the TV. Whatever's on is on.
Yeah,
and you flip,
it's
you're
the movie of the
what's
week.
this shark eating someone? You're like, oh my God.
They're like, just leave it on. It's too late.
The damage is done.
They're going to need therapy. I like to end the book, because I guess his name's Bruce in the book. Bruce the Shark. Anyway, a little stupid trivia thing. Bruce the Shark. There's two Bruce the Sharks, but that's the name of it. But it's one of the bantied about titles of the book, Jaws, was Leviathan Rising. Leviathan Rising.
That's a cool name.
But
because Leviathan's like a historical mythology beast, that lives in the sea. So that would be a cool name.
Yeah, but they're like, most people shop at Walmart, just like I do. Call it Jaws. And Walmart wasn't a thing then. Kmart then. But Jaws or Sears. Probably Sears.
Golly, dude.
70s,
Would you grow up
probably
in the
Sears.
40s?
No, I just know things.
Go and get your tires rotated while you get your oil changed for 17 cents.
No, yeah.
We'll
So, all
wind
right.
up your car for you.
So are you just buying time because you don't have a number one?
No, I told you my number one.
What was it?
Joker.
Oh, Joker. That's
Oh my
right. Heath
God.
Ledger.
I have another honorable mention.
Okay, go ahead.
They're all coming to me because I'm thinking, there's so many
great
ones.
villains.
Like Darth Vader.
Right.
My God. Literally the quintessential bad guy. And he was in one recently. It had one of the coolest scenes of all time. It's when these soldiers are trapped in this room and they're trying to get out of this room and it's kind of dark, and in the corner you just hear, it's the first reveal of Darth Vader in the film. And you just hear, and he cuts on the red lightsaber and he mows through about 20 people in the most creative ways ever of killing someone. That scene seriously is one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a Star Wars film. Ever. Like, I still think about it. That was the badass scenes I've ever seen.
Your kids are too young to go to, Disney World. I mean, as far as them remembering, maybe they're getting close to.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I'm not against the movies. I just never got into them. And then when I watch them, I'm like, yeah, it's good. I don't know. But the best experience / ride that I think you can go on in any amusement park to date is a Star Wars ride in Hollywood Studios. And it just escaped me the name of it. And I've been on it like 3. Resistance. Something, the Resistance or something.
Piece de Resistance?
Something. And they place like you're in the movie.
I love that.
They have actors who are like, stand right there.
We will disembark this vessel and proceed to the hallway on your right.
We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam.
And all this stuff. You're on basically, the Death Star. I don't know. Star Wars nerds are like dying right now.
Yeah,
Just
no,
idiots.
it's okay.
But
there's a lot to keep up with, particularly with all these new shows Disney's coming out with and movies. It's hard to keep up with it. That's such a big story.
But yeah,
The
Darth Vader's
characters.
definitely, because it's
Oh
like
my
the archetype
God.
almost for like just good versus
Truly.
evil.
Truly.
I mean, dark and Yeah.
Truly. And then the big reveal, being your father.
No, I am your father.
It's like, oh, now we're torn.
They're like, what do we do here? Do you have any more honorable mentions? We could probably do a million.
Dude, I could do a million.
That's
How
like-
about the main witch doctor in Indiana Jones Temple of Doom?
See, I don't remember that.
What?
I don't.
The dude who ripped a guy's heart out of
Oh,
his
well, you
chest?
said Witch Doctor that messed me up. Oh, yeah, that's a good
dude
one.
with the horns
But he's
and
not
the
in it enough, though.
Dude, he was. Maybe
was good, though.
again, when I saw it, I was like, oh, God, this is like the epitome of evil.
Right, yeah, yeah.
But, you know, hindsight now, it's kind of like, he's maybe not so bad, but.
Maybe the best acting
The
of a
Joker.
villain. No,
Yeah.
hold on. Anthony Hopkins, Signs of the Lambs.
Yeah, that's great.
They even said people on set were like, he would be talking to you, and then they say action, and then he said his eyes would literally change, like a physical
Yeah.
change to look cold and dead. I mean,
Yeah.
to look cold and evil. They said it was scary.
Dropping in.
Because I mean, he's like on TikTok now. Anthony Hopkins. He's old, you know, in his 80s, and he does these funny TikTok videos and stuff. To me, he's definitely Mount Rushmore for me for actors of all time. From Silence of the Lambs,
got a warning.
Hannibal Lecter's a great villain.
Yeah.
But then but then at some point you're kind of like rooting for him not to get caught because he's so.
That's a good bad guy.
That is a good one.
That's a good bad guy.
And if we got into TV, I have a lot of them. I have a lot of TV villains.
How about Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood?
Oh yeah, that's my brother's favorite movie of all time.
Phenomenal
Yeah.
bad guy.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
But again, one of those ones that you're kind of rooting for until the very end. You're like, this guy is a total psycho.
He's a POS. Yeah.
Man, but it's such a good story.
Yeah.
Again, coming out of nowhere, that's an amazing story to be able to tell.
Oh no! If
Daniel
you
Plainview.
you're like, oh, there's gonna be a guy in oil fields.
Yeah.
Studios probably bristled at first.
Well, yeah,
Like what?
but then they're like, "Wait, Daniel Day-Lewis." They're like,
Like, oh, yeah, yeah.
okay, how much money you need?
We're 100% in.
Done. Yeah, and apparently he's coming out of retirement again.
Okay.
He's
'cause he
retired
retires
like
all.
3
Right.
times. He's just now coming out of retirement for his next film that he's preparing for.
Do you know anything about it?
I don't. But let's just say
You're at.
that him and me are going to be sharing a bunk,
Yeah.
sleeping in tents out in the woods like he did with Last Mohicans.
He's serious, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what people say, like method. Like, oh, you're a method actor. All that means that it's called the method is just not breaking character between takes, because it helps you if you have tone or if you have like, I have this accent, I don't want to throw it by my normal tone, so I'm just going to stay in this character. I'm being my trailer in this character the whole time. Don't talk to me about the weather or whatever. I would just want to be submerged in what I'm doing. Now, I think he takes it and it's been mystified to somehow it equates to the greatest. And again, he is, but there's a lot of horrible method actors too.
Yes.
And there's a lot of phenomenal actors who literally, Denzel Washington, quote,
It's like relax. I don't play that precious nonsense.
Right.
I don't, action, I'm going. And then afterwards I'm me,
Right.
So it's like, whatever works.
Whatever gets you
works.
there, right?
Exactly. Whatever works. So for him, it has been mystified, but he is truly one of the greatest actors of all time. Another honorable mention, Bill the Butcher, Gangs of New York, Daniel Day-Lewis.
So you're doing all of his movies.
Somebody steals from me, I cut off his head, stick it on a pike.
No, he hasn't been any of my
No, I mean your last two.
Daniel
It's been
Plainview.
100% of your last two. 100% of your last two is Daniel
bangers.
Day-Lewis.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. No, he just has a banger. So
Yeah.
yeah. Him and he had the glass eye, he tapped with a knife. Practiced for weeks to do that.
Was that the
Not
one he's
blank.
like, I'll drink your milkshake? Or is that
No, that's
the other
Daniel
one?
Plainview. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Daniel Plainview is There Will Be Blood.
Okay, I got
and
you.
then Gangs of New York is when it's the turn of the century
Similar
in New
looking
York.
characters.
Yeah.
Around
sorta.
the same time, I
but
guess.
he had that creepy top hat, kind of
Yeah.
walked bow-legged and had those knives on him all the time. Amazing.
He walks in, you're just like, this dude is no
Yeah.
joke. Now, if you go to horror, honorable mention, you can't see this actor, but it's called The Collector. You're not into really horror movies, are you?
Not really, no.
So, guys, briefly, he's in a house. They have two of them. The first one was really good. He was in a house. That came out 2000s-ish. And he's there to rob a house. He was like a landscaper, but he cased his house is what he does. He was trying to get out of the life. And they're like, you got to do one more job. We still we own you, all this type of stuff. But this happens really fast. He goes into the house when the family goes on vacation. And then when he's opening the safe, which he's done before, he's listening and he hears a click, click. Then all of a sudden he hears like a creaking sound. And he's like, are they back home? Like, it's at night. And then long story short, there's someone else already in the house. and the guy has this black mask, and so they do like a bird's eye view shot where the thief, who you're not really against, you want him to survive, is going this way, and he's like, like they're almost running into each other. It's so well done, and then the collector collects certain things, and they show you that in the movie as well.
Collect? Pubic
Coins. Buffalo nickels. Oh, and pubic hair, of course. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
That's why I bring a brush with me everywhere.
Like a good killer.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we got to stop because we'll go to villains all night.
Oh, I could talk about villains forever. And I have some acting friends who they only want to play villains, particularly those who are conflicted. One of the best TV villains ever, Homelander. It's because he's conflicted. It's like he's human, but then he's totally sociopath too. So I think playing a character like that, anti-hero, if you will, it's the best case.
And what
for
makes
an actor.
him so good is, I think what I mentioned earlier is you don't know what he'll do.
100%.
Some you think, oh, he'll do the right thing here, and sometimes he does in the moment, or he'll do the worst possible thing, but you never know. It keeps you off balance.
So the last season of The Boys is about the release, and again, Homelander's one of my favorite characters in television history.
He's great.
I could every time he's on set, anytime he's on camera, I'm not watching anyone else. It's just him and his reactions and I don't care what he's saying. Just himself. He's perfect. That character.
But in summary, we both agree that the biggest villain of all time in movie history is Rose from Titanic.
Oh,
just being
probably
cheating with a homeless guy.
Or Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
right?
Real quick.
I'm gonna go down this rabbit trail. I need to say something. Okay, she is listed seriously as one of the worst villains ever because what happened is Forrest loved her unconditionally.
Yep.
Right. Then she goes up gallivanting, singing nude in a bar. He bails her out. Then she's getting beat up at a party, and he bails her out, beats up the boyfriend who's hurting her, and then she pieces out, goes on her hippie adventures, whatever she's going to do. He goes, makes $1 billion, becomes like the most interesting person
And they
ever
had a
lived.
Kid together, right?
Well, yeah. When she comes back.
Gotcha. Okay.
And here's what I didn't understand. When she comes back, I think she has AIDS then.
Yeah.
Because
I think she knew.
Because then she settles down, and then she leaves again pregnant.
Right.
And it comes years later. You see, little Forrest is a smart like me. Yeah. It's like she is the most villainous person ever, and now he's a billionaire, and she's now going to be AIDS ridden and coming back to him to raise her.
And then she kept this kid away from contracted AIDS.
Yep.
Basically cheated, left him and then only came back when he was famous, wealthy, and she had AIDS.
Yeah, and she's like, "Okay, I'm ready to settle down." And he's so stupid. He's like, "Okay, let's do it."
Or is he nice?
No, he's
It was
full-blown dummy.
Well, that's true.
He was not all there, but he was an amazing movie. Amazing movie. I love him in that movie.
That's great.
But yeah, Jenny, God, she's God tier
she's
villain.
She's worse than Rose from Titanic.
She did worse things. Well, yeah, probably. But no,
I think Rose is worse in a way because she was in a committed.
Yes.
They're going to get married. She had a fiance,
and his fiance is like, "Look, can you not just do that? Can you not go running around with the whores and the hobos and
maybe a hobo homo
Leo in that movie looked a little homo.
Yeah,
I love Leo, but he's like, "Could you not do that?" And then she's like, "Oh, he just doesn't get me." And all the girls are rooting for him.
Yes.
I'm like, is this what everyone thinks is the right thing to do in this situation?
Because people think it's the greatest love story, in movie history. And The Notebook is the same, by the way. You love The Notebook. I get it. I love it too. It's based on cheating. Yeah. The relationship started as cheating.
Yeah.
What a terrible message.
I know, but it kind of romanticizes.
It
does. Like those romance books that get all the girls excited.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like these kind of nefarious settings and these bad things and bondage and stuff. It's like, oh, that's what I like. Well, maybe this is what they actually fantasize about is doing what these people do.
Right, and then we just assume because women are by nature better than us,
100%,
and beautiful and all
talented
that.
and smart and everything else.
We don't think about them doing horrible, terrible things, but some do, like Jenny and Rose. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Appreciate you watching us. Opposites Distract, and then also we're on every social media platform. And so and we'll interact with you. Bo will at least. So I know we
absolutely.
Yeah, he's like, how do I sign in? No, we're all there though. All right, until next time.